Today, the U.S. announced it will deploy 3,000 troops to Eastern Europe as Russia continues to threaten Ukrainian borders. The deployments include 1,000 troops who will move from Germany to Romania and 2,000 from the United States who will head to Germany and Poland in the coming days. Ashley Sharp spoke with U.S. senators from our region about the ongoing conflict. Ashley?
Sarah, just this morning, the Pentagon emphasized that this troop movement is temporary and that they would not be deploying to Ukraine. Now, amid the ongoing tensions, I spoke with U.S. senators from Tennessee and Virginia, Bill Hagerty and Mark Warner. Senator Warner, chairman of the Intelligence Committee, told me this should concern every American. A Russian invasion of Ukraine, Warner says, would be a threat to every democracy in Europe and worldwide and could also have a hugely destabilizing impact on the world economy.
This needs to concern all of us. I mean, we've got in Russia an authoritarian nation. Their leader, Putin, is a bully. If he goes into Ukraine, this will be potentially the biggest conflict in Europe since World War II.
Warner and Senator Bill Hagerty of Tennessee agree the U.S. needs to continue putting pressure on Russia so it does not invade Ukraine. Hagerty says it would be hard to justify placing U.S. troops at the border of Ukraine, as he says the crisis at the U.S. southern border here is growing, but he says sanctions for Russia are a must.
Vladimir Putin has been emboldened, particularly after the collapse of Afghanistan. I think that made the entire world a much more dangerous place. And Putin has stepped up his activity. We should have been showing our resolve sooner. We should have demonstrated our resolve by implementing sanctions yesterday.
Now, the United States and Britain are publicly considering imposing some of the toughest sanctions on Russia and on the allies of Putin. And while President Biden has ruled out any combat deployment to Ukraine, it does remain possible that U.S. troops could be directed to help in the evacuation of American citizens and diplomats from the country should such measures become necessary.